Hi all, just thought I'd show you my new toy I'm just assembling. With all the work I'm doing in the garden and cutting trees again, I bought a allister wood chipper. This will do up to 45mm branches. So that's about 35 this. See the hole on here. Yep, it's going to be just about, see if I can get in properly, but yep, around about 45mm it's going to do. So this was £130 from Screwfix. Watched a few on YouTube and it seems to work pretty well. Got the drum cutter system. Have a look at it. There you can see that's going to spin, and then there's a plate at the side that's got adjustment to make sure you're getting a good fine cut. That adjusts via that screw there. So branches of 45mm chopped in there, that will spin round and chop it all up into fairly small pieces. Just assembling it, so it's dead simple, but I thought I'd just quick video for anybody, but really straightforward. So you start with the framework. This would be the front of the machine. So just some hard legs basically, so just some screws on the bottom. Place these on top, screw them on, and then we've got two wheels on the back. So all you got is a bolt with a colour on. So just in case I put the bolt. Collar bit will fall all the way through if you don't hold it, so see, it will come out. Push him through the framework. Oh, got that wrong, that goes on the inside. Daydreaming as always. So yeah, put the bolt through, then the washer on. And just a nut on the end. So can't get any simpler than that. Now we've got these air covers that go on. So the last pin was tending to get a little bit out of line, so I had to take off a couple of times. You might have to just find on the last couple, maybe push the 3 in, then as you're pushing the last 2 in place, maybe just need a screwdriver to just make sure they're lined up the hole. I was getting them all in bar one, and then the one with the pressure was tending to be pushed down out of the way of the hole. So you might just have to fiddle a little bit with that, but it was nothing too tricky. So you just got them latches on the back, so these catches all push through, just got a little lip on them. So nice and simple. Then after you've done that, you get the motor, sit it upside down, then sit this framework on top of it now, so that'd be the motor underneath it. And then it's just 4 screws to secure the motor up. Get a couple of spanners with it, just one either side of the wheel to do the bolt up. And a little Allen key, which I've not seen any use for, but on some of the older models I've seen that thing on the side. I think this is the second version of this. I think that's what the The Dash 2 is, I think, pretty sure it's the second version. I see one where the buttons are different. And on this adjustment, instead of having this bit in the middle, that's like a locking ring that you would undo. Then you got some adjustment to fine tune if it's not cutting things quite all the way through. That's just like pushing a plate close to that wheel to shorten the gap. What it tells you to do when you first get it is wind this out, start the motor up, slowly turn this in until you start hearing a little bit of a grinding sound. Now it's just rubbing against the wheel. Then you would then turn the outer ring to lock that in place, and then you've got a very small gap in there then between the cutting wheel and the plate to ensure you get a good fine cut. So that Allen key on, I think the first version, I think this middle bit was actually an Allen key bolt, so maybe that's why that's in there. Or actually it might be the front. I know, correct that. It's probably for these. I think you open this up, it takes you into the wheel. Maybe that's if you have any bad blockages or you just want to give it a good clean out after you've used it. If you're maybe putting it away for storage for the winter. So, controls are simple. Got a start, stop button. Got forward, which is what you'll be using for actually cutting stuff, and if you get a bit of a blockage, then it's got a reverse to just bring stuff back out. And it's also got a reset button. If the motor gets overloaded, then it'll cut out to protect the motor, and then that's a reset button for that. So I've started doing a little bit of tree work in the garden. Stuff like all that there, it should like absolutely just chomp through all this. So that's why I bought it, because I'm going to be doing a lot more work on that tree. So a lot of that fine stuff's going to be coming off. And I also want to do these birch trees at the bottom of the garden. So you imagine trying to get rid of all that amount of stuff, taking it down the rubbish tip, trying to get all this sort of crap in your car. I've done it in the past, it's a real ball ache. So when I saw this thing, all of that will probably, bet that'll all chomp down into probably just one tub of stuff, maybe not even that. Here's the collection tub. That goes into the bottom. I forget what that is now. I think it's something like 40 litres. But all that's sitting on the grass, I reckon all of that, from what I've seen on the other videos, I reckon that'll be like one tub. So imagine how much easier that is to get rid of, as opposed to if you were trying to cram all them branches into your car. Right, I shall do a little update when I finally use it, when the weather maybe picks up a little bit. So I'm looking forward to having a go with it. So just thought I'd share this with you. Alright, catch you later. Just a quick look at that motor from underneath the cutting wheel, and that dial on the side that you've got adjustment. Basically you're adjusting this piece here, so that's either pushing it closer or pulling it away from the wheel. So if you find stuff is not cutting all the way through, then you'd be adjusting that a bit closer to the wheel to shorten that gap. So that's basically how that works. To assemble this now, all we're going to do just sit it on top, so like it slides into place. Then it's just going to be 4 bolts, 4 screws to hold that together, and it'll be ready to go. Okay everybody, just thought I'd show you it assembled. So it looks pretty good. Fairly compact. So you've got a handle there to just kind of tilt it back when you want to move it around. Be easy enough on fairly level ground. Safety feature of the thing is this switch on the container. So if this isn't in, then it won't run. So obviously that makes a connection somewhere up in the motor. So going to shut the door. Make sure that switches up, otherwise it won't start. It stands from the floor to top of the motor. It's 3 foot tall, 21 inches in that direction and 16 inches wide. So fairly compact. Take a little bit of room up in someone's shed, but be one of them things you could tuck away easy enough. If need be, you could disassemble it. So it's literally just 4 screws holding the motor onto the framework. So it can all be broke down when you take it out of the box. The motor's actually sitting in the box. You could save a bit of space if you wanted to, if you thought you were putting it away for a long period of time. So I'm looking forward to having a go with it. Tempted to start it, but the clips I saw on YouTube, they do sound like they're fairly loud, so I probably won't bother doing that until I've actually got it out into the garden. But might not be as bad as the sound on the video, might just be the way the video sounds. Did have it marked down, I think 107 decibels, it's noise level it's marked down as. Right, that's it from me. Catch you later.